Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you about 5 fragrances that have been discontinued for some time now. But these are the fragrances that I absolutely adore and I would really want them back. For people of today that are fond of fragrances today would be able to smell them, to buy them, to use them and to enjoy them, because even though these fragrances have been discontinued for some time now and they have been released quite a time ago, they are still top-notch. These are not outdated fragrances. They do not smell dated, they do not smell old, they smell nice, and especially one fragrance I do think that for today it's just it would be one of the top sellers. So I'm gonna start at completely random and you will be finding the complete list of the fragrances in the info box. So I'm gonna be starting with Guerlain, and this is L'Instant d'un été. Beautiful, wonderful fragrance. It's not my first bottle, not my second bottle, it's my third bottle. And I love it. It's such a beautiful smell, such a wonderful fragrance. It has grapefruit, bitter orange, magnolia, jasmine, ylang-ylang, vanilla, benzoin, and musk. This is a wonderful white flower and ylang-ylang fragrance. It opens up with this beautiful, I have already sprayed this fragrance on me, with this beautiful and fresh citrusy scent, citrusy opening, but it's not like some citrus openings of the fragrances that are like too masculine. They are like a bit scratchy. This is not that. It's just nice and fresh. And then almost immediately this fragrance becomes sweet, and there's a lot of ylang-ylang going on. There's also a lot of white flowers, but what I can feel primarily is ylang-ylang mixed with vanilla, and being sweet, because vanilla is sweet and ylang-ylang is sweet. This is not a cloying fragrance. This is a beautifully done, very elegant, very nice. I don't even know why would they put that it's the summer fragrance, because for me this fragrance not only for summers, it can be appropriate, and I was wearing it in spring, in summer, nighttime, daytime, in winter. It is just a year-round fragrance, really. Even though it has quite a big dose of vanilla, this is not a sickly sweet. As I've told you, it's not a cloying fragrance. It's just very nice and elegant and beautiful, and it's kind of hard to find nowadays. I find it hard to find, at least for myself, the fragrance that is so well balanced, because it has the zestiness and then the white flowers and then sweetness, and then it comes around like this nice and fluffy rounded fragrance because of the musk. The musk isn't animalic, it's just a nice and fluffy musk. So this is an absolute masterpiece. I really wish they would bring this back, because it's such a beautiful fragrance. It's such a wonderful piece of Guerlain. So next fragrance is the fragrance that I've been absolutely loving for years and years, and I have 2 fragrances at the moment. One is on the back and one is here with me. So it's Dolce & Gabbana, and it is Feminine. Feminine by Dolce & Gabbana. It also has the masculine, so the counterpart of this fragrance. The Feminine is one of the best lilies that I have ever smelled. And trust me, lily can be tricky. Lily is a tricky fragrance, lily is a tricky flower, because lily can induce headaches, lily is a bit overpowering sometimes, lily can be really aggressive, but this one is just wonderful. So it has lily, it has wisteria, heliotrope, ylang-ylang, jasmine, musk, cashmere wood, vanilla and sandalwood. and it also has mimosa, water lily, cyclamen, and mandarin orange. So on the plus side, I don't really feel the dustiness of mimosa. So for me, this scent is primarily about lily. It's not just lily, but lily is very, very prominent here. If you don't like lily, and you stumble upon this fragrance somewhere, send it my way. If you don't like lily, send it my way, please, because it's really a good one. But if you don't like lily, the lily is very present in this one, so be careful with this one. So this is an ode to lily. This is an ode to flowers in general, but to lily there's just something magnetic about this fragrance. I can go on and on and on and on, and it is not my second bottle, it's my third or fourth. I want to say fourth maybe. I used also to have the shower gel and the body cream, and they were amazing, and they were working like together like crazy. If I would layer this fragrance with the body lotion and the body wash, the smell would last for days, and I'm not kidding you. Like, I assume it would last for days. I usually take my shower twice a day, so this is a beautiful one, a beautiful, almost, for me it is almost just about lily and sweetness and muskiness. When Dolce & Gabbana came out with another fragrance that is lily centered fragrance, Dolce & Gabbana the one in the golden bottle, and I was like, oh my gosh, they finally decided to bring this beauty back. And I was really hoping that this fragrance would be the same, like the only one, well, no, the one would be the same as this one. And I was like, yeah, it's not. It has lily, the fragrance is beautiful, I do have it, but it's nothing like this one. It's nothing like this one. This one, by far, one of the prettiest lilies, one of the most powerful lilies, but without this headache-inducing, at least to me, parts that the lily can have. So it's a beautiful floral, beautiful musky floral scent. Amazing. So next one is a bit of a strange fragrance, I would say, and this is a niche fragrance. So this is Jour de Fete by Artisan, and this is a fragrance that has only 4 notes. It has almond, wheat, vanilla, and iris. And this is a fragrance that it's called the day of the holiday, the festival, the some kind of party. So it reminds me about sweet candy. Do you know these candies that are like, they have this core, the almond core, and then it's wrapped with a sugar, like sugar coating, and also they come in different colors, and they are pretty typical for weddings. So and those are extremely hard candies. So it reminds me a little bit of that, plus these iris, this kind of powderness. So it is an iris sweet fragrance, an almondy fragrance. Like all 4 notes are very prominent, are very visible to the nose, obviously. But this is not just an iris fragrance, and for me sometimes iris fragrances can be a little bit melancholic. This is not a melancholic fragrance. This is a very cheerful, a very joyful fragrance. So the iris part, it just contributes to this kind of powderness and a little bit of muskiness, in my opinion. So it's nice. It's nice and it's calming, and there's something magical about this fragrance, and I really, really like it. It's very peculiar. It's very particular. This is not a fragrance that many people would reach, but I kind of reach often, because you know, this is being sweet without being overly sweet. This is being irisy and powdery without really being powdery and irisy, because powder and iris, in my opinion, they kind of add a little bit of years to the people that wear this fragrance, because we kind of associate so many times the iris fragrances and powder fragrances with the older generation. Well, at least that's how I do. So this is something different. This is a different fragrance. Sweet but not cloying, powdery but without having this powder in your nose. It is such a pleasant fragrance, and it's really, really nice, and it really gives me joy every time I wear it. So it has been discontinued, and yeah, they shouldn't have done it, because it's so, so good. So I'm gonna go to the next fragrance, which is one of my favorite fragrances, and oh my gosh, this fragrance would be a freaking bestseller now, because this is Gloria by Cacharel, and this has so many notes. It's amaretto and amber, hibiscus, Bulgarian rose, vanilla, amber, white pepper, white flowers, cherry, almond, tonka bean, styrax, and cedar. So all of these notes are the notes that we see today in the fragrances of today, right? And this is the fragrance that is a boozy cherry fragrance. And we have been seeing this uprising of boozy and cherry and almondy fragrances like for the last, what, 3 to 4 years, maybe even 5-ish years. And these fragrances are still at the top. So I do think that this would be one of the best sellers at the moment. And it's such a shame. This is such a shame that they have discontinued this fragrance, because it's so good. The cherry is there, and the booziness is there, but the booziness, it's not an excessive booziness. It's not like you can feel the alcohol. It's like it's almost like it's a booziness, and it's also sweetness, and you know, it's such a beautiful fragrance, but it's such a difficult task to describe this one. Probably because this is one of my favorite fragrances. If I have to choose 5 of my favorite fragrances, that would be inside of these 5 fragrances. So the cherry note here is very prominent. It's in the base of the fragrance. Usually we are accustomed to see this cherry fragrance, cherry note, and you know, in the opening, right? But this one is in the base, and you can feel the cherry all the way, and it's very cherry, it's very boozy, it's very sweet, and it's almost a little bit almondy, like it's a nice one. I adore this one, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame that when it was being discontinued in the stores, I wasn't smart enough to grab myself a couple of bottles at least. So this is all I have, and the scent is in beautiful condition still. I still occasionally use it, and it's such a shame they don't produce it anymore. So next one, and the last one, is the fragrance that actually opened up for me this window to the beautiful and sometimes tricky world of patchouli. So this is a fragrance that some people hate, some people love, some people don't understand the hype, but I actually do own 2 of them. So this is the Midnight Poison by Dior, and it has bergamot, mandarin orange, rose, patchouli, amber, and vanilla. And the notes are very, you know, normal. The notes are nothing special really, but there's something about this fragrance, and probably this is patchouli. The patchouli before this fragrance, I feel like patchouli before this one were more for like niche territory, because every time I would smell patchouli would be quite unpleasant and quite repulsive even. But this fragrance, it has patchouli, and there's something beautiful about it because it's citrusy, and then it has a rose, and the rose isn't at all nasty, because I don't like roses, but this rose isn't nasty. And patchouli is such a beautiful green patchouli, and it's just such an absolute shame that they don't make this fragrance anymore. And I do remember that when this fragrance was being discontinued, I could still find it in our stores in Finland for like 30 mil for 25 years, something like that. And I wouldn't get myself, well, I did get myself a bottle, a backup bottle, but I should have been getting many more bottles of that beautiful liquid. So yeah, these are the fragrances that I really would love to see back in the stores again, because I do think that each of these fragrances is a masterpiece. Some of them are more famous, some of them are less famous, but they are all absolutely beautiful. Please share with me, with your thoughts, what are the fragrances that you would like to see again in the stores? What are the fragrances that you miss? What are the fragrances that you love and you would love to be to be able to buy them again? Thank you for your attention, and I will see you on Sunday. Have a beautiful day, have a beautiful Wednesday. Bye.